He's only 20.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Moses Itauma!
But one night, he stepped into the ring against a man once called one of the most dangerous punchers in all of Britain. Dillian Whyte, a beast with massive experience. A fighter who, by the looks of him in camp photos, seemed to be in the best shape of his life. But that night, the world saw something nobody expected. Moses Itauma shocked the entire boxing world. To grasp the scale of it, you have to remember who Dillian Whyte is. He knocked out Lucas Brown so brutally that the giant collapsed like he'd been chopped down.
This early on. And his flexibility. Left eye, and it's happened to Lucas Brown before, who almost runs European boxing. Slow at times.
He does look slow. He has any success. It's hard for him to manoeuvre himself around the ring. But yet, Dillian just boxing nicely around that jab, and he's having some success.
I heard reports from sparring with Dillian Whyte. It's almost slow motion from found away. Whyte, almost expressionless. Lucas Brown as he tried.
Easy to hit there. Lucas Brown, Dillian
at the world heavyweight title. Because the prize at stake.
Power. But this is a good work from Boks. And take this fight late. Who knows?
Really punished every time. Situations back home in Australia.
Sure. Whether these
to the left side of Lucas Brown's face, they're going to have.
But you just simply cannot keep taking these shots flush. Yeah, there was nothing wrong with that there. Lucas Brown, but he's walking.
Dillian Whyte with those white boots. And the Philippe Fondu so experienced, working on that good right hand from Whyte.
As soon as the blood starts flowing, it will blind him in that leg. I think his time's limited.
And he's showing the variety with body shots and that concentration, but he looks relaxed.
So he's mixing it up. He's not really in any rush. He doesn't need
50-50 gain. Dillian Whyte there's
throw them body shots, but just shows discipline, shows him.
And of course the positive drugs tests and
one more round. Fondu won't be able to stop the bleeding with any kind of adrenaline.
We'll try and chuck one more, but he can't. And a left hand. Dillian Whyte is victorious. And it's a dramatic finish after a punch-perfect display. And our attention just goes.
He went through a war with Derek Chisora, and in their rematch, ended it with a savage knockout.
Listen to the crowd who are behind him.
Who's going to put it into practice tonight?
Looking for the moments in Monaco, but then that dramatic victory over Carlos Takam. He sat back on the ropes, that forward, but is he playing forward into Dillian Whyte's hands?
Just short little uppercut there from Dillian Whyte. Sit back behind the jab, maybe look for the uppercut like he did there.
Silver great.
Coming forward with his head down. And Whyte not able to really go to his word.
Seek and destroy, said Derek Chisora. Even then, when
to sit back and have a bit of a breather.
Is he caught a bit in Whyte?
Dillian Whyte's being clever. This is a tactical fight. You know, it's very even. There's still a few rounds.
Should he surprise the bookies?
Ooh, that was
right there.
Or is that just purely tactics?
Well, this is a good question.
Good body shot. Sorry.
Well, Chisora fake. Yeah, Dillian Whyte being backed up.
Marcus McDonnell, he has it with the likes of Vitaly Klitschko.
We'll get the feeling that Whyte can
stylistically gelling again so beautifully.
Really nice. I mean, the body shots.
And as we said, it's a fight of two halves. So it's interesting as the fight warming up, how it's going to switch ends. But this is what we love between these two. A great battle right the way through.
Whyte just missing.
Whyte.
They are both throwing haymakers.
Oh, big shot!
Swinging them in, pushing Chisora, and you've got to dig deep. And this is what Chisora's going to bring out of Whyte. And how much heart has he got?
And what a chin Derek Chisora has shown.
One of the best.
Balls and wilds from Anthony Joshua as these big shots, because you can hear and feel these thunderous hands from both fighters. Here, they're both.
Another brutal fight. Big up by Whyte. And another one.
These boys can definitely take a punch.
He wasn't too far away with that one, but Chisora, he just got momentum going forward. And I like the of Whyte, just sending him in. And he can slow down Whyte with them heavy body shots, which I'm sure he can.
Carl, Adam, can you see why I was so interested of why Dillian Whyte didn't take his opportunity in the first round because now it's turned into a back.
Chisora gets very effective here from Chisora.
Thunderous action, what we wanted.
Well, we asked for round 13 and that's what we've got. This really has picked up where it left off. Still.
You have to remember, this is only the
Throwing so much leather early, really driving these punches. There's the uppercut again from Whyte as they go toe to toe. Trench warfare in the O2. It's what's happening in the ring in front of us. Here's the right hand from...
They're the shots that we can see.
and will make it an easier fight for Chisora. As we can see with Dillian Whyte down. And he's tactician and technical boxing, but sometimes you just get drawn into a scrap.
Swinging it, isn't it? With so much
spirit, so much guts. And I said, I appreciate what these guys go through.
No dancing going on in there. Beautiful brutality as the two go toe to toe. Who on the stretch? Who wants it that bit more?
Getting him straight back with Dillian, as we noticed from early on. He's not taking a backward step.
That was a sneaky right hook that got through there and just stumbled while as he backed up and deducted. So that'll give him a bit of energy.
Yeah.
He battered tough heavyweights like Itauma Costa and built a reputation as one of the most feared punchers in the division.
Fluctuates considerably from one fight to the next. All just depends what kind of shape he's in. But he's experienced. He's defensively pretty good. He knows his way around. But you don't look upon him as a...
Jonathan Banks to his team. Banks now is lead trainer, and that's the guy that's been training the Klitschko's. He's also brought in nutritionist Kerry Kays as well, part of his team. Chris Ocko is the long-time trainer, who is still going to be involved. Whyte's articulate, very engaging, bright, got a lot of skills outside of the ring, and plenty of crump inside the ring as well. It was that first right hand that did the damage. And Costa blinks and looks at his corner as if to say, what on earth just hit me?
So that left hook caught him high, and that's just kind of scrambled his brains, I think. He looked over to the corner, nodded, he knows what he's about. But that was two lovely shots.
Yeah, the right hand was so clean, and then that follow-up left hand. And he's got him again, this time with the left hook, and I don't think he's getting up from that. Very, very brave and game this, but he's in real trouble, and I don't think that can go on. No, it can't. Inside around. Dillian Whyte shrugs as if to say, what more do you want from me? That was impressive, whichever way you look at it.
Yeah, it really was impressive, and it was the patience that he showed while he was going about his work. He just used the jab in the early parts of the round, just keeping Costa occupied, keeping him busy. Then he stepped in with the big shots, and the first couple of powerful shots had him on the floor. Then again, he was in no rush, just taking his time. He knew he had the power to get him out of there.
And this was the monster they put in front of young Itauma. But Itauma wasn't afraid. He entered the ring with the composure of a veteran, not a 20-year-old. Cold, focused, calculating, he moved, read his opponent, and waited. And when the moment came, one shot, then another, the whole arena froze. Whyte was going down. It was a shock. That win over Dillian Whyte was more than just a victory. It was a statement. He showed the world he's ready to break the toughest, the most experienced, the most dangerous. And now the question isn't if. It's simple. If Moses Itauma is already shocking the world at 20, what comes next?